And today, what I want to talk about is the 6 steps of how to empower yourself. By loving your body, by reclaiming your body as sacred. This is such important information, especially now because we are going through transformational times. So again, what this video is about is the 6 steps, easy, beautiful, powerful steps to empower you, to show you how to empower yourself by reclaiming your body as sacred. You know, we live in a world where if you don't have that perfect body, which nobody has as defined by media and the magazines and Hollywood, then you're not enough. But I want you to know you are more than enough. You're plenty. And it's not because you have extra weight on you. It's because you're perfect, whole, and complete, just the way you are. And I was just listening to and thanks for being here. Whoever's here right now, please just comment, say hello. And I love to listen to your comments too, because it's so awesome when you give me feedback on the information that I'm giving you, because this is important information, especially for women. And I don't like to say it's not good for men or it's only good for women and separate out like that. But I think what I'm good at is, well, I don't know if I'm good at it, but I know from a woman's point of view, the suffering that we do as women and this, this pretty pressure. And okay, I want to get right to the meat of what I have to share with you today. I want to share the 6 steps to empower yourself by loving your body. And the reason why I want to share those 6 steps, powerful steps, is because when I was younger, I suffered greatly from body image issues. It was just so painful in my younger years. I had body image issues. I had food obsessions, food issues. I binged and then I purged. Even at a certain time in my life, for a good time in my life, I was a bulimic. So, and there were times where I was never really, really overweight, but I was always obsessed with my body until I figured out that, your body's only going to get older and, your body is perfect just the way it is right now. So I want to give you these 6 steps, and really this is all about what's in my book. And so this is my book right here, and I'm not doing a promo on the book, even though yes, of course, I'd want you to buy the book, but the book basically entails the 6 steps that I'm going to be talking about. And in this live or in this video, there is a link to the Amazon link so that you could purchase the book. It's soft copy now. It came out in 2014. And I actually wrote it when I started getting sick, was diagnosed with a thyroid issue. So it was just really interesting. The title of the book was actually going to be Your Body, Your Temple. Because that's how we heal these distorted images of ourselves, is by reclaiming our body as our temple, reclaiming our body as sacred. It's a spiritual vessel, and it's magical the way that it was created and how it's designed. So let me get right into the meat of the matter here. I'm going to give you the 6 steps of what I'm going to be talking about, and then I'll go into a little bit more detail. So number 1 is know that we are living in transformational times. I'll get back to that. Number 2, you need to get out of your mind and be in your body. Number 3, have a love relationship with food. I'll go into more detail with that. Have a love affair. Create a love affair with your body. Put more love into your sexuality. And number 6, commit to you. So let me go into each one of these in more detail. Number 1 is to know that we are living in transformational times. Astrologically, apparently we're moving through and into a photon belt. So there is light coming onto the planet. Things have really bubbled up now, and all the collective consciousness of fear is literally bubbling up for it to be looked at and shed light on and healed. And that's why there's so much craziness happening right now. The astrology of it all is really crazy. So we cannot deny at this point in time any longer. And I wrote that we were in transformational times back in 2014 because I believe that I came here to help bridge us into this new, amongst many other people, bridge us into this new way of living and loving. So I want you to know, yes, you are confirmed in transformational times, and your body is literally changing. You're being bombarded with light. So anything that is of low frequency in your body is needing to be bubbled up to be healed, and that's a good thing. So what I want to say about the transformational times is that the world that we had in the past was built on fear. All the systems and structures in the world were built on fear and separation. And now they have crumbled. Bye-bye patriarchy, right? And now we're in an opportunity to build a new world, a new paradigm. And that needs to be built on love and connection. And that's your job. Really, that's your job, and you can have a lot of fun doing it. You need to become a leader of love. You need to learn how to heal the fear or hold the fear in love and move forward and lead your life from a place of love. So anytime you're doing something, making life decisions, ask yourself, am I doing it from a place of fear or am I doing it from a place of love? And that's a good measuring stick to move you in the right direction. So this is about awakening the divine feminine in your body because she's already starting to awaken. And so all you have to do is support that process during these transformational times. So that's number one, is just understanding and knowing that we are living in transformational times and stepping up to and into the change that we are having to step into and flow with instead of resist. Number two, that one of the ways that you do that is you need to get out of your mind and learn how to be in your body. Most people don't even know what the heck that means when I say that. You see, we need to now start being and learning how to move from thinking beings to feeling beings. Really sensing our world instead of defining and labeling and analyzing our world, or feeling and sensing into our relationships from our heart instead of criticizing them, analyzing them, trying to figure them out. Just be in your relationships. And that first and foremost is be in your relationship with you and your body. So we have analyzed our world enough. And, you know, unless you have a PhD or some kind of label behind your name, or unless you have facts and figures that you can give, that's the world that we're actually leaving. In other words, balancing this idea of logic and facts and figures with also the creative, loving, intuitive, receptive side of ourselves. That's balancing the hemispheres of our brain, which allows us to drop into our heart. Because when you have a neutral mind, meaning a balance of the right and left hemispheres, the masculine and the feminine aspects to each and every one of us, that neutral heart creates that neutral mind creates an open heart. And that's how you drop in to your body. And you have to process your emotions too. You can't repress your emotions. So if fear, if worry, if anxiety is bubbling up, you need to learn how to hold them in your love. So that's all number two, getting out of your mind and being in your body. Number three is having a love relationship with food. So let me ask you, what type of relationship do you have with food? Do you have a love-hate relationship with food? Do you eat food and then feel guilty afterwards? Are you very anal retentive with the type of food that you put into your body? Are you eating food on the go and unconsciously? What would it take for you to bring food into your body in a conscious, loving way? You know, I had a teacher once. She said, she was a nutrition teacher. That's why I majored in dietetics and nutrition in college. She said, we are all cosmic blooms. We bring food into our body, we make love to it, and then we let it go. Why on earth would you want to bring something into your body that isn't good for you? And you know, for me, a light bulb went off. I was like, and at that time, I was in my early 20s and I was like, oh my gosh, I had suffered so much around body image issues. I didn't feel good in my skin. And when she said that, a light bulb went off for me. So it's been a journey of learning how to make love with food, how to bring food into my body in a very loving way, and how to make food choices that bring me aliveness instead of deplete me. So that journey of making love or having a love relationship with food is step number 3. Step number 4 is to have a love affair with your body. What does that mean? You know, you have a love affair with someone else, or you have an affair, right? That's what our society promotes. But how do you have a love affair with your body? Well, there's a lot that I wrote about that. So in my book, and I'm going to read from the other one, but, you know, understanding your body, understanding that your body was perfectly designed as your schoolroom for your soul's purpose. Encoded in your body is actually your soul's purpose. And the more you shed all of the stuck, the armor, the repressed emotions, the belief systems of who you should be instead of who you actually are, because you're stuck in people pleasing or you don't want to disappoint people, and just really learning how to be yourself and understanding your body and feeling your body's aliveness. That's how you begin that love affair with your body. That's number 4, understanding your body, understanding the chakra system, which I'll be doing lives on starting next week, all the chakra systems. Understanding that your chakra systems, which are energy centers in your body from the base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head, these are energy systems for your own spiritual, emotional growth. I'll be detailing that in other lives. And loving your femininity. You see, all of us have had to armor up and pretend, especially in the corporate world. You find people very, very armored up and disconnected from their feminine side because they've had to make it happen and get things done and get over it and get on and make the numbers happen, right? So just softening up and letting magic happen. I will tell you, in the corporate world, what I learned, because I was in sales in the corporate world, what I learned was the magic of positive thought, envisioning something positive happening and being in the vortex. Who is it that says that? Being in the vortex? God, I can't remember her name. You know who I'm talking about. But allowing your body to be open. And when your body's open, magic does happen. And in my book, I give you actually 6 different exercises. So my book is a how-to book on how to love yourself and reclaim your body as sacred. But one of the beautiful exercises is just called the inner smile. And it's a Taoist practice, turning your lips up, closing your eyes, and then going inward. And you can go inward with your organs because your organs all hold emotions, but you can also just very simply go right to your heart, smiling. And this is beautiful when you're catching yourself being too critical. Catch yourself, notice, stop, and say, oh, honey, you are perfect, whole, and complete. Just the way you are, just the way you are. And then smile, send kind regard down into your heart. Just takes a moment. Do it with me now. Breathe into your heart. Smile into your heart. And send kind regard into your heart. Simple exercise that's profoundly healing. So that's number 4, having a love affair with your body. And in the book, I gave you 6 exercises. There's many, many more. That one was just one very simple, profoundly powerful one. And number 5 is putting more love into your sexuality. Now that's a taboo subject, right? They have porn all over the internet. But when I try to teach about sexual positivity or sacred sexuality, right? Anyway, I mean, it does get out there for sure. It definitely does, but it's like there's so much sexual shame. Our culture is saturated with sexual shame. And so I wrote that chapter, Putting More Love into Your Sexuality. I spent 2 years deep diving into sexual healing, and it transformed my life, being raised a good Catholic girl, right? My sexuality shifted completely. So I'm just going to read the chapters, what I have under these chapters. Manifesting more pleasure. We live in an anti-ecstatic world. So we're really rigged to buy into pain and don't really know how to manifest and cultivate more pleasure in our life. And then I also talk about pleasure and receptivity, the importance of pleasure and receptivity in your life. When you start becoming more receptive physically in your body, you can open up to more pleasure. And then conscious touch. We have not learned conscious touch. We grab, we grope, we try to go for a big O, right? But your hands are your healers. And I created an acronym, Healing, Awakening, and Nurturing, done sensually. And I talk about the components of conscious touch. You see, when you touch yourself or another in a way that helps them or yourself get more connected to you or that other person, that is truly conscious touch. And it's very, very healing. The other one I talk about is talking about sex and shifting our attitudes about sex. Many people feel uncomfortable talking about sex, but that's actually when you have the freedom to talk about sex, not joke about sex. Sex is a sacred energy. It's one of the most powerful energies on the planet. It creates a whole other human being. But we get it mixed up. We get sex all mixed up with shame and embarrassment. And so being able to talk, that's a good measuring stick. Can you talk and not joke? Can you talk about sex and sexuality and your sexual experience and ask sexual questions and talk to your sexual partner, your intimate partner, openly and freely about sexuality and your sexuality? Can you do that? That's a good measuring stick. So it's shifting your attitudes around what sexuality is for you. And when you can do that and you can bring more empowerment and more love into the bedroom and into how you speak or don't speak about your sexuality, this is very transformative. And then the other one I talk about is Kundalini. Well, what the heck is Kundalini? Kundalini is a yogic term, and it's basically the blueprint of your full human potential. So Kundalini is your sexual energy that's literally stuck in your crotch, stuck in the base of your spine. And when you awaken it by running it through your heart energy, then you become more empowered, but not power over, but power with. You become more empowered in the world. The other one I talk about is Tantra, which is sacred sexuality, bringing more spirituality into your sexuality. And then I also talk about sexual shame and how to heal sexual shame, about your attitude towards your female anatomy and even your attitude towards your male anatomy. If you're a male, if you're listening and you're a male. Pelvic floor health. Everything starts dropping when you get older. And understanding and knowing what's down there. You see, as a woman, you hold the mysteries, but unfortunately, all too often, you hold the mysteries from yourself. And then ending, giving yourself permission to create a sensual connection and a sacred connection with your body. And I teach you how to do that. So let me review it again. 6 steps on how to empower yourself by loving your body. Number 1 is understanding that your body is changing. We are living in transformational times. And so you need to face the change and open your body. Number two, you'll do that by getting out of your mind and being in your body. Stop being a thinking being. You can think too, but you'll always think, but start to sense and feel and hone that capability. Number three, have a love affair with food. Become more conscious of what you actually put into your temple. Number four, have a love affair with your body, not a hate affair, not a critical relationship, but a loving relationship with your body. And then number five is put more love into your sexuality. And more, you do that by putting more heart energy into your sexuality and more spirituality into your sexuality. And our culture has like separated those with a wide gap. And so as you bring those together, you become whole. You heal this powerful, powerful energy. And the last one is, oh, I didn't even say it. Number six is commit to you. Make you important. You matter. And your body matters. No matter what age, shape, or size your body is, it's your sacred temple that's bringing you through this lifetime. So I'd love to hear your comments. What do you think about these steps that I just talked about? Where are you struggling? Where could you step up and love your body as sacred in a more empowering way for yourself? Please share. And share this video if you got a lot out of it. Next week, okay, I'm having my birthday on Friday. I'm a Queen of Hearts, 8 of Diamonds in the love card system. I'm celebrating my birthday on Friday, and then I'm going to be in a new cycle, and I'm going to start the new cycle talking about the chakra systems. And the chakra systems are energy systems in our body for your own spiritual maturation. And each center in the body is for different things. The first chakra is for feeling safe in the world. The second one is your creative life force energy. The third one is your self-esteem. The fourth one is your ability to love. The fifth one is your ability to speak your truth. The sixth one is to be able to intuit and follow your inner wisdom. And the seventh one is your connection to the divine. So I'm going to be talking about all of that. It's powerful information. If you enjoyed this video about loving your body and reclaiming your body as sacred, please share it. The link to my book is in this video, so check it out, and I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.